What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some news. We've got some Digimon news. We've got some good news coming out of Japan, and we've got some good news coming out of the English-speaking version of the game. So we probably should have a little bit of a look at all of this lovely news. Good? Good. So let's start off with the English news. What we've got are a couple of new promo packs. These have just gone and been revealed. What we've got is a official tournament pack volume 7. There we go. And winner pack cross encounter. So these are going to be running from mid-October to February. So frankly, you've got a little while to try and go and pick these up. And as I've told you a bunch of times with stuff like this, Digimon have done that wonderful, wonderful thing they tend to do where these are all just alternate art reprints. What that means is you can get very excited by these, and that's lovely, or you can just flat out ignore them, and that is absolutely valid. So starting off with official tournament pack 7 then, what we've got are 6 different cards. As far as I'm concerned, Hououmonzemon. Now this is the vanilla one from BT5. It's a 5 cost to play normally, which is low for a level 5, and it's a 2 cost to Digivolve, which is low for a level 5. So in both respects, that's quite good. It's also a vanilla card. It's basically got the same stats as the Monzemon from BT1 that was blue, that was a really good card. But that was back in BT1. We've had a lot of cards since then. But there are a bunch of other cards that are actually like legitimately good. In fact, Hououmonzemon might be the worst of them, except maybe Jagamon. There is a chance, ladies and gentlemen, that the Jagamon is actually just as bad. Given that I'm a green player who loves Monzemon, this is honestly just making me really, really sad. Never mind, eh? Now, this is the Jagamon that was from BT1, and when attacking, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you may Digivolve into a level 6 green from amongst them for free. But then if you don't have level 6 in the top 3 cards of your deck, you don't Digivolve and you're just attacking with a level 5 that's got 7,000 power. I've tested this card. I didn't really like it. But then we got some really good ones. We've got the Hououmon from BT3 that says your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. Although Hououmon is still a Digimon that terrifies me and I just don't like it. Just as a conceptual Digimon, I just don't like it. But it's a really good skill that's seen a bunch of play. It's a hard counter to a bunch of decks, because there's a lot of stuff that revolves around getting memory from option cards or from Digimon, etc. And you can still gain memory from Tamers, but that's the only way. Hououmon's really annoying. Now, we've got the Salamon here from EX1. When attacking, once per turn as an inheritable skill, if you've got 3 or more security, draw a card. And it's not stunning, like it's not some kind of amazing over-the-top redonk card, but it's still a nice card that gives you a little bit of a draw engine in the early game, or if you're playing enough recovery, and that's kind of cool. Now, the Salamon here is rather nice. What we've got is a 1 cost to Digivolve level 4 blocker. And this is one that like all of the types have had, all the colours have had as we go through the game, because this is just the kind of thing that they do. 1 cost to Digivolve blocker. When you attack, you lose 2 memory. That's fair, honestly. But, you know what? This ain't too bad, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't too bad. 1 cost to Digivolve blocker is good. And then we've got the Devamon, which is the same thing. 6 costs to play, 1 cost to Digivolve, 5,000 power. And it's got blocker. And when you attack, you give up 2 memory. It is exactly the same as Salamon, except it is purple, not blue. Either way, though, pretty gosh darn good. This is a nice set of 6 cards. As for the winners promos, it's a bit weird. Now, 3 of them, now this is a winners pack, so basically you go along to the tournament, hey, I've got a 1 card pack, that's quite nice. And it is 1 card per pack. But then, if you win, you get a winners promo, and that is, again, a 1 card in the pack. And 3 of them are actual winners promos from Japan. You can always tell if they're winners promos because they've got that weird grey conveyor belt background. So you see that the /Angemon, the Minamon, and the BlackWargreymon are all actual winners promos that you could get over in Japan for winning events. And then you've got Commentated as well, which is just weird, honestly. Because there's plenty, I'm pretty sure at this stage, there's still a bunch of winners promos that we've not had. It just strikes me as extremely weird that they choose to do 3 winners promos and then the Commentated. Now that's actually my favourite, and now green is being done a real solid here, because this is actually the green version of Hououmon or Devimon. It's a 1-cost to Digivolve level 4 blocker. Now this is a card I have played a bunch of in green decks, and I like this, ladies and gentlemen. I like this very much indeed. It's a very cool card. It's one I'm a big fan of. Now the Borderless might look a little bit... Well, it might look a little bit familiar here, because this card is good. Really good. Too good. So good, in fact, it's been restricted. Because when Digivolving, you can put a black card with X-Antibody in its type from your hand to the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. And if you do, this Digimon can't be deleted by effects, and its power can't be reduced until the end of your opponent's next turn. But the real highlight here is the inheritable skill. On your turn, while this Digimon has X-Antibody in its type, this Digimon gains security attack +1. And as you've already seen with Borderless itself, one of the things that X-Antibody does is it puts cards under itself. And the problem is that something like Borderless giving you security attack +1, it's way too easy to just pile 3 or 4 of these under the same X-Antibody card, and then you've got security attack +3 or 4. It's too easy, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it got restricted. Now, as well as those two, we've also got a Minamon. When attacking, if you attack one of your opponent's Digimon, you get a bit of extra power. Yay! Woo, etc. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. It's only an extra 1,000 power. It's not exactly stunning. But then we do have the /Angemon. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 power for the turn. It's alright. It's not so bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's not amazing, but it ain't too bad. And those are, like I say, other than Commentated there, we do have the winners promos, and that's rather lovely. But then we've also gone and got there's a new Japanese box that's gone and been revealed with some lovely new promos we need to have a look at. Now, what we've got here is the Tamer selection box, and this one might look a little bit familiar, because I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, I believe we've actually seen this before. I believe this has actually already gone and been sold at tournaments over in Japan. Which then does raise the very fair question of, well, hang on a second, Wassy. If we've talked about this before, why are we talking about it again, mate? And the answer is extremely simple, because now it's being sold on Premium Bandai. And there is a chance we didn't talk about it before, but we're going to talk about it now anyway. It's extremely cool. Because one of the things they're doing here is doing what they've done in Japan a bit recently. They're giving us promos with the borders ripped off. And they look awesome. So I'm going to use Bancho Stingmon as a rather nice example here, because I'm a big fan of Bancho Stingmon. It's never quite been as good as I hoped it was going to be, and that makes me a little bit sad, but it's still a cool card. And if we compare this to the English version that we all know and love, you will notice that they have, in fact, taken the border off. And it looks awesome. Now, this is the one with 9,000 power, but it's got piercing, and when it attacks your opponent's Digimon with 12,000 power or more, it gains 7,000 power and security attack +2. Basically, if you find a situation where you can attack a big Digimon, then it turns into a 16,000 power Digimon, takes out their big Digimon, and you can take out free security cards because you've got 16,000 power. It doesn't work anywhere near as much as you want it to, but on the games where it works, ladies and gentlemen, it is a thing of beauty. Now, we do have the Darkdramon coming in here as well. Again, border ripped off, looks amazing. This is the one with Rush, and when you play, you can return up to 5 D-Brigade Digimon from your trash to the top of your deck in any order, gaining 2 for each memory card returned this way. An excellent candidate to be shut down by Hououmon, incidentally. This is another card which I absolutely love that just never ended up being good enough, and that makes me a little bit sad. Now, one that has actually ended up being pretty gosh darn good is the Magnadramon. When played, if security is 3 or less, recover 2. When attacking, you can play a level 3 yellow from your hand for free. Yeah, this one has seen some love in yellow decks. We've then got ourselves a Hououmon here. Now, this is a very cool looking Hououmon because, well, I mean, look, it's the one from BT8. But this one, because it wasn't a level 6 to begin with, like the others I've already shown you, taking off the border really makes this one look absolutely stunning. It's one that lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and add a 2-color card with blue to your hand. Seen a bunch of play because it's good for searching stuff out. We've then got the Greymon, and this one's awesome. It's another one. It actually looks like they've gone and made a full art version of it. All they've really done is take off the border, which I suppose in a way is making a full art version of it. It's a one from the starter deck, but just taking off that border makes it look like a completely different card, and it is absolutely stunning. And it's the one that gives you security attack +1. It's one of the best cards from the original starter decks. It is really very, very cool indeed. And then we got one more card coming in here. It's your Hououmon Fury mode from BT8. This one, unfortunately, there isn't really much of a difference, which is a little bit sad. That one didn't have a border on anyway, so this was in the part of the game, but it had already taken the borders off the level 6s. So I'll be honest with you, this one just kind of looks the same. Sorry about that. It does let you digivolve into a Hououmon in your hand at the end of your attack, ignoring Digivolution requirements and without paying. At the end of your turn, you have to trash the top card of your security, but it does have a nice inheritable skill that when this card is trashed as a Digivolution card by Hououmon's effect, you want to spend one of your Digimon and give it an extra 3,000 power, which is quite nice. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the new stuff. It's really cool, and now it's over to you guys. I want to know how excited you are for all of this. Oh, sorry, I never actually finished my last point. Sorry. What I was meaning to say was, if it's on Premium Bandai in Japan, it is almost certainly going to end up on Premium Bandai over here, and that's a good thing. There we go. But yeah, tell me what you think about all of this. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.